Hi and welcome back. We're just going to get cracking on some of the first jobs on the RCZ, and there it is in the garage ready to get started. We're going to take a look at the rear end on this first of all, and we're going to have a look and see what we can do with its slightly wayward handling and see if we can see anything untoward, bushes, suspension, anything like that. So let's get cracking on it. So what, you reckon we've fixed the weight distribution on this car then? Yeah? I think that's got the weight balance back about perfect now. What do you reckon? All you got to do is ride around in the back the whole time.
Breaking the floor. Oh.
Was that a good plan or what?
No.
Yeah, it would be great if we had an actual ramp, proper lift to lift this up. So, yeah, if there's any manufacturers of lifts that are out there, I've seen some rather nifty ones that you can slide underneath in a confined space. That would be good. I forget who makes them though. But it would be good. It'd be nice to promote that for someone. But this is what everybody else is dealing with. Somebody forgot to undo a wheel nut, didn't they?
I cracked that.
We're going to have to go down again, aren't we?
Yeah. I cracked that loose.
You say you cracked it loose? Yeah, okay, if you say so. But this is us working in confined space. But this is also what every other regular guy has to do out in their workshop. Is they haven't got a lot of room. They don't have these big flashy, units with immaculate floors and every possible tool. They're all working in a confined space and sometimes out on their driveway. Yeah, you forgot that one, didn't you? Put it horizontal, stamp on it. Well, we've got the wheels off. That's a good start, isn't it? So we've got the car nicely up in the air. Now, obviously, safety first. You need to make sure that you've got, more than just a jack under it. We've got jacks and we've got axle stands under there and a flat lifting platform. Now, we've pulled the spring off of this side. And we were kind of wondering whether or not the springs had gone, whether they were a bit saggy, because it did seem to sit down a little at the back. We've got brand new spring there, and as you can see, the free length, it looks the same. So it doesn't look as though that's going to be part of the issue, really, of the wayward handling is the springs, although a new spring is always going to be a bit more compliant than an old one. So having got the new spring in, the good thing with this type of axle is once you actually drop it down with these beams, you can pivot it down enough to let the spring out without too much of a drama and get the new one in. And then it's just a case of winding it up. Now, you can probably see that the type of jack I'm using there is the sort of Peugeot Renault type, where it's got a slot in the top, which fits nicely onto the lug on the bottom where the spring goes in, so it can't slip out. So that's rather useful, and there's not a great deal of force on that. You're only lifting the beam, and you basically are just going to wind this beam up until it lines up so that you can get your shock back in. So that's all it takes, really. Now, as I was about to wind up this side to put the shock back in, I noticed this joint here. Look, this bush. Here's a bit of a close-up. Can you see that's all disintegrated up inside? This is going to be the culprit. This is going to be the reason why we've got that wayward handling. That whole side is going to be able to move backwards and forwards as well as up and down. It's going to allow the axle to come out of alignment. It's going to cause us all kinds of weird handling, and that's what we've been encountering.